Hello, folks. There was no sound in the last video excuse me, for the first portion of the video. Cold, my cheeks, all of it. Icy, slippery, nasty conditions downtown. But the reality was, very few folks out and about today. But it's good to gauge on a random Sunday what's the average everyday Canadian thinking. Edmontonian. I'm going to repeat this and do this in Calgary. I'll watch the video for that mic mute, and that actually did show it. But I'm going to be honest here, as I was in 2019. Statistics don't lie. We saw that effect in the election. We saw 0.7%. That's what we averaged in electorate, which is what it is. But this... get out of here, no to independence. I think 30 people, clear no's, even with the sound up. You all heard as I walked away, but no, never, right? Resounding. And you can say, oh, that's Edmonton downtown. But in this area, it's a mix of northern Albertans, many communities. That's why downtown Edmonton's a good gauge. And you saw it, and people just not engaging, and I think we're going to see that. I hate to say it, but this is what I went through in 2019. Imagine door knocking communities, and some, in fact, over 1,000 doors over 2-3 days. University of Edmonton, U of A, that one took 3 days. 1,000 doors, easy. Most brutal one I had in all of Alberta. Not that they all weren't brutal. And you get better at it as you go, but you guys can see I started streamlining, be quicker, and we got one person out of probably 30, maybe even more than 30, hard to say, but maybe 1 out of 30 was actually considering Alberta independence. Might be a good thing, he said, and that's might. A lot of folks, when they get to the ballot box, they may be on that, and then they turn around and, oh, no, and they go right back to what they always vote. It's just a fact. These are things I learned in real life as a real person. And I know there's people out there with all the parties, Liberal, Conservative, NDP, who've been aggressive door knockers. I know it in municipal politics. A lot of people like me in politics, especially the Conservatives, because as you can see, I'm not afraid to do what I got to do. I'm not afraid to approach anybody, and I've done that. I've done thousands and thousands and thousands of doors on the most nastiest topics, doors slammed in your face, and I've had candidates, when I was doing that for them, they get mad and I say, you can't do that. You can't. You just say thank you, you take the fuck you asshole, and you turn around and walk. And it's just the way it is. I mean, you don't take violence, but you'd be surprised what people say to you, threaten you with, or get the hell off my property. All of it, right? And been through it all. I've even had people destroy my signs. And you say, hey, like deface a sign, it's against the law. Where they literally cut up your sign, not a big billboard 4x6. Very expensive, big money. And someone carved the hell out of that. And I said, and they thought it was funny, and I'm on the property, and it's like, it's against the law, but I could call the cops, have you arrested for that. But you don't, you just eat it. But it's really reality. Alberta independence, from what I've just seen, is no better than when I left it in 2019. I know it to be better in rural, and I'm sure if I went out to a small town community, rural, certain demographics, you're going to get bigger results. I already know this to be true. I never really had much issues for my rural Albertans. I did do a few just to show people and told them, hey, got to go to these old folks' homes, all of it, because you want to hit as many people as fast as possible. So you spend the campaign period working on all that you have to do to win the masses. And that's just where we are. I know it to be 100 times more popular now than 2019. And that translates to maybe at best case, in my mind, 10% of the electorate, but it's probably going to be less than that. And this just confirmed it on a random Sunday Everything closed, just average folks all over the place. And maybe it's skewed because we didn't get a lot of foreigners here. A lot of foreigners don't come out. That's why it's dead. You'll see the Caucasian, northern-based peoples come out. People like myself who've been here a while, and that was the majority. Even a Ukrainian, for those who watched it, a Ukrainian was there and said, hey, I'm from Ukraine, I'm on special visa, right? But he wouldn't answer. But, you know, I know those are no's. I know they're no's. They may not say it, but even the ones that, oh, I don't want an interview, and then they holler back, a whole group of them, 6 of them all once, no, no, no. And I look back, yeah, wave, right? And that's playing the part of global puppet BBC, you know, and just shows you, right, even for BBC, just shows you the state and truth of Canadians. Had I gone out, we're in Canada, 51st state, hey, you would have saw even worse. And I don't showcase that because it's demoralizing to people. And when the time, and if the time comes and we got to get those signature drives for candidates and all that, I will go out there again and I will do that for people. I'll show them how I do it, and I make videos of that, and I take the door slamming, I tell you how to do it, and I even go out with people who are weaker, and we go out in groups and I teach people how to do that. I wasn't concerned today, everybody, because I'm dressed up as Mr. London, England BBC reporter, and I certainly, I think, played the part. Nobody questioned it, and people really took me seriously. I mean, look at the jacket, full trench coat, winter, British colors, British jacket. Look at this one. This really is epic, right? That's total West London right there. Expensive, right? Look at the hat. If you don't see it, like everybody does, London, England, real deal. It was brand new. You know, earmuffs, that helps. And then, of course, I bought these cheap dollar store gloves, cut the tips off because that's total London, and everybody bought it. I don't think anyone questioned it. Yeah, I could probably do that all day long, and I'll do it again in Calgary when the time comes. But now I'm going to bid you all adieu and join Jonathan Bahai, and any of you want to come on X, we'll be on that very shortly here. I'm just going to check. 1:46, 15 minutes. So I'm going to go probably into a cafe, maybe downtown here. Hopefully I don't get balled out for Canada, the 51st state. But there's an internet cafe not too far, and I'm going to get rolling. So I'm going to do that, and we'll see what separatists think. And they can say, oh, that's Edmonton, but like I said, I've done lots and lots of Alberta, at least 18 physical percent of Alberta, 21% of the constituencies. Candidates, and there's lots of Albertans who will attest to that. And my drive and me walking door to door and taking that massive abuse over that topic, and I water off a duck's back. I do it. I don't care because I believe in it. I believe in these things. But now it's Canada, the 51st state. It's the logical thing. It's a thing we need to do. Whether Canadians institutionalized understand that or not, doesn't change the fact that that is our best option, best foot forward, and solves a whole bunch of international and domestic problems in our legal system and the international community. It is such a hard road. Donald J. Trump, President removing veto, Canada, the 51st state offer, is the easiest and best way forward. Gets everything done, whether Canadians understand that or not. God bless everybody. See you soon on X. Bye now.